Hello, everyone. My name is Nitin Khattar. I'm working as a customer engineer data analytics specialist with Google Cloud. Today, I'll help you realize how you can generate real value from real time data. But before moving on, let me give you a simple data point. By 2025, more than a quarter of data created in the global data sphere will be real time in nature. Does that sound interesting? Does this sound something useful that how an organization can harness the real time data and realize a lot of different use cases? Let's look at some of the growth factors that is driving this real time data. The four major sources that we feel are digital devices or connected industries. I think today, the next generation manufacturing, industrial sensors, smartphones, there are a lot many things which are generating, and even our cars, they're generating data in real time. Digital commerce, a lot of transactions or online purchases or click streams that we are doing, advertising, that's also one of the important source of real-time data. Third, digital communication. We are interacting on social media. There are a lot of photos, email, collaboration, chat boards, and all of this is actually incurring a lot of real time and data is being generated, which is very useful. And lastly, the digital media consumption. Newspapers, magazines, videos, television, all of this happening that we are watching, we are generating a footprint which can be utilized by the organizations in realizing what are the different spend patterns, what are the different habits, and all of this data can help you realize a lot of different use cases. But how do we reach there? So let me tell you, a decade ago, everyone we will be hearing is data is the new oil, data is the new gold, and everyone was trying to harness the data and cultivate a data-driven culture. But is that enough? With the events, all the real-time things happening around you, isn't you should be cultivating an event-driven culture. Now, let's try and look at some of these challenges that different traditional companies or what we have seen with working with different customers are facing, at the moment on the field. And if I summarize them into four major things, the first most important is the scale of the data. It is growing at a very fast pace, and it's going to go into almost zettabytes of data in next few years. The second aspect to it is the inelastic and inflexible data processing. So we have been working with traditional tools who are working in their own silos, and there are new data processing techniques coming in, which is not meant or flexible enough for the streaming architectures. Third, lack of readily available skills. With a lot of things happening around, it is difficult for everyone to cope up and make themselves available for doing any sort of streaming architectures, upgrade their skills. So definitely skills is a problem. And lastly, they are disconnected and disparate tool sets. There are different sources of data generating data at their own frequency, the real time, but we are not able to harness and bring them together. And I'm very sure all of you might already be facing a lot of these problems. But if you look at how the different organizations across different industries are trying to solve this, the real time is definitely a real value for them. Let's take an example, retail and e-commerce. One of the top use cases that we see on the real time is the personalization. Moment you come into the website and you are being barged in with a lot of different recommendations as you click through one page to another. On financial services, as you are making any transaction, there are fraud detection algorithms, anomaly algorithms which are running at the back end, identifying those abnormalities right there and then, and also raising the alerts. Even if you take an example of the manufacturing sector, any traditional sectors, we see there are a lot of different use cases on the supply chain or the supply lines, visual inspection, where they are catering to the real-time data and identifying any sort of issues in their supply lines there and then. And there are numerous such examples across different industries. Let's go deep into each of these use cases that I just mentioned, and let's look at what are the user journey. For example, retail. Let's say a customer visits a retailer website on a laptop. Customer browses sports apparel. And the moment he goes to that, selects anything, adds to a cart, he's being recommended a shoes. Why don't you pair shoes with your sports apparel? Let's say the customer says, no, I don't want to buy right now. Let me try in 1 or 2 days. And he come back through a simple mobile. But still, he's being recommended something which is similar to what apparel and shoes was already there. So we are able to track the customer even if he's coming through different channels. And then sunglasses are being recommended. Let's say even then also the customer abandons the cart. He removes everything, goes back after 2 or 3 days, he comes back and he sees that he's been again recommended, let's say on the homepage, that this is something you browsed few days back. Why don't you take this? There are some offers going on. All this is happening in real time, tracking the user activity, providing them with the right and the best personalization. Now let's look at the example of financial institutions. So there are a lot of transactions happening at the back end, a lot of different servers, everyone is transacting from one country to another, different geographies are involved. But if we look at the back end, every single transaction just go through a simple three process. You first integrate it to a backend system. You analyze if there are any fraudulent or any anomalies are happening, there are algorithms running at the backend, and you take a corrective action there and then in real time. Generate the alerts, block anything if you want. And all of this actually saves a lot of time and effort, which has to go once anything of fraud occurs. So therefore, it is something of very high importance to financial institutions. Now let's look at the third area, like manufacturing. Many of us think that, real time with manufacturing, is it something they're not born in digital era, but that's not the case. There are a lot many different scenarios or use cases which are there on the manufacturing side of it. Just like I said, visual inspection, where there's a simple supply line and there are products going in, and there's a person standing in and looking at, okay, if there are any abnormalities in the product. From an efficiency standpoint, it's a really slow process, but can we automate that? Have a camera in place, have a robot system, and the camera at the edge process is able to identify any abnormality by taking a lot of images, identifying, yes, there is a problem in this product, raising an alert, and the robot is able to remove that from the supply line. And this is actually happening live at multiple different manufacturing organizations, saving a lot of cost and effort in doing this redressal post a product is being identified, which is abnormal. So we understood that there are a lot of different industries, there are a lot of different use cases, but how Google Cloud is trying to help you in a very simplistic, serverless fashion, realize this streaming analytics. I'll talk about a simple architecture where left-hand side, you have all the source systems, and those source systems could be streaming ones, your user activity coming through Google Analytics or any other data sources, ads or anything, or any clickstream data. It could be even a batch data, which is coming in real time as the changes are happening. There could be CRM systems, there could be different sales order systems, and there could be data coming from IoT or sensors. All of this data needs to be ingested in real time. And there are a lot of services on Google Cloud which can do that at a massive throughput and in a serverless fashion. And this saves a lot of management overhead in actually managing the infrastructure rather than compared to calculating the insights. So services like PubSub, Dataflow can actually ingest the data, process it in a much more advanced fashion on the go, and insert it into a massive data warehouse like BigQuery, which is again serverless. Therefore, you don't have to spend too much time in managing the data warehouse. It can scale to almost a petabyte, and it can help you process the data, join it, let's say, with the dimensional data, and do that real-time processing that you're looking for. And once those insights are being calculated, they can be easily fed into any of your downstream systems, be it BI, any business intelligence systems, Google provided or any there in the other market, or you can even send it to your data science systems who are doing some processing and advanced ML techniques on the same. At the same time, the same data or insights generated can be sent in real time back to your source systems so that you can drive the right product efficiency and innovation. Now that we have worked with multiple different customers, we have helped out to help realize their different real-time use cases. We'll be really happy to work with you to make your real-time data to actually identify insights for you. Now, you could be coming from different industries, be it retail, healthcare, financial, media, or industrial manufacturing. Be it you're looking at different use cases, could be personalization, could be purchase, could be any drug supply, any supply chain, predictive maintenance. But I'm very sure all of you will be facing the same set of challenges or some newer challenges, like data scale, lack of skills, in elastic or inflexible data processing architectures, disparate systems. But with Google Cloud solutions and their differentiators, it will help you bridge those gaps, solve those challenges with their serverless architecture, robust ingestion services, unified batch and streaming architectures, and comprehensive set of analysis, which is completely flexible for users. And will help you not just realize your real time use cases, solve them, but it would also help you build for the future. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon and help you solve your problems. Thank you.